poppin'? It's your girl Melissa, and you're watching Monae Media. And I'm sitting here with two of Seattle's greatest who have been around for a very long time. You know, we're going to have some conversation. We're going to talk about it. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
You go first, man. You got the history.
You guys away. My name is Russell Maynard, CEO, founder of Dream Team Promotions, Camo Studios. I've been out here in Seattle. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I've been out here in Seattle on and off because I go back and forth to coast for business, but I'm here now and I'm going to stay here. I've been out here since 04, 05.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So about 60, yeah. That's when Karina, my daughter, was born.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think of the time frame, what I was doing then.
Because before, quiet as kept, before we went on camera, we were trying to figure out how me and Eric knew each other. And he said he brought a throwback, Knock on Woods.
Oh.
Right? And that's when O was working at Knock on Wood.
Probably. Yeah.
Right?
I didn't know O then either.
You didn't know O then.
No.
Uh,
I was just a bouncer outside.
The crazy thing about it is that studio, Knock on Wood studio, the reason why I was over there was because I was doing work with a Seattle-based artist. His name is Dub B. And he did an album called Surreal, and I promoted that album. I've been working in the music industry since, dating myself, but I don't care.
So before you came here,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
What was you doing in New York?
I was actually working for, when I graduated college, I graduated from Elizabeth City State University. That's how I met Amari Salisbury. And I interned at Def Jam. So Def Jam has a college rep program. So I interned at Def Jam, and when I graduated, I got a job working in the home office in Manhattan. And I started working out there. I worked with Def Jam from 98, starting as an intern. And then I left Def Jam to go to bigger and better things with Sylvia Rohn. At the time, was the CEO of Electra Entertainment. I went over to Electra. Hold on, I'm smoking this weed.
Oh boy.
I got out here because O offered me a national director's position for Surreal Records. And at that time, I was working at Electra, and I was like, oh shit, this is the job I really want. So I was like, fuck it. No chick, no child, as my mother would say. Booked the flight, got out here, and
you've been rocking ever since.
been rocking ever since. Pretty much.
We're gonna let Eric introduce himself, and then we gonna get to it.
Oh man, I'm just Eric Kaligraphy.
Hold on, man.
Just Eric
I know,
Kaligraphy.
just. Come on. You're more than just.
Just Eric Kaligraphy. Let's see, I'll do it quick. My name is Eric Kaligraphy. I'm the co-founder of Converge, Beloved, King County, Forever Safe Spaces. Right now we're in the study, which is a space used for planning a temporary love affair. I do photography, video work, long-time promoter in the city.
That's how I met you.
Yeah.
Promoting.
Mm-hmm.
We go way back promoting and all the things in the streets, handing out flyers, trying to manage these local artists.
Marketing.
You know?
Yeah. That was
marketing. That's what it
88
was.
Keys Day.
88 Keys. Oh,
We
my.
all ran through that.
I mean, if the opportunity presents itself,
Right.
why wouldn't you? You
Right.
know? We had a good time though.
It ain't over.
It sure ain't. And adjusting to being on the internet more so than being in person. So we're in the studio. What is it?
I didn't know people were in practice.
How you think it's gonna be? You think it'll be all right?
We live, baby.
No, the mic's good. It'll pick up you guys good too. It's got extra ambient sound.
Yeah, and it can be mixed up.
Yeah.
I got some beats for you.
Yeah.
I mean, Russ is an audio engineer. He knows how to mix out single.
Oh, you do?
Yo, so anyway.
When you're in the room of people that have multiple talents, that's one thing.
Multiple talents.
I always tell people, man, take account of your friends and really know what they do and invest your time into learning them, right? Because you never know what type of skill they may have that can help you. And then also invest in your own skills, right? Know what you have to offer, because that way you can be able to swap them out, right? Man, let me help you do this, right? You got the skill here, you can help you do this, right? That's what makes most sense. This guy does audio for railroad.
Right?
Thanks.
And you know, I was talking to somebody else about that too. Like exactly what you said. Know who your friends are. Know what they do. How can we help each other progress and to do better instead of, like, oh, I'm not going to help them do this, or like.
I'm glad you say that, because I've literally had the golden opportunity to learn from some of the greats in the music industry right now, right? So me being able to, I'm not going to drop names or anything like that, but if you know who Def Jam is, if you're familiar with the record label, you know what it is. I've literally worked on, there's this guy from my neighborhood. He's a multi-billionaire now. I've worked on 8 of his projects.
I'm a multi-dominaire.
Wow.
Yeah. Just this guy. I'm just saying this guy. But the facts behind that is that if you, and I learned this in college, just like Eric said, you got to be able to piggyback off of your partners. If I can hang out with you and drink a beer or a drink or smoke some weed, we can build. You know what I mean? And literally being able to use each other in this chess game we call life, because you never know. Somebody gonna blow up. If you put yourself around positive energy, something gonna happen, right?
Absolutely.
It's like the flame and the kindle.
Absolutely.
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Oh man, I'm actually working on my story. So I'm finally gonna share my story for Monae Media. It's gonna be deep, so I'm just in the process of getting that going right now. I got some big events coming up. Mr. Benjamin, I'm actually gonna be, he has a showcase coming up.
Can I pause you real quick?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the legend, the name you just said, how legendary this man is? 'Cause I don't know if people know, but it's Mr. Benjamin. It's a legend, man.
Yes, and yes, Monae has been, putting in her work, when he asked me to showcase, the event, as well as doing interviews, just talking to the different people and, and networking. How can we all help each other out? We're all going to be in one room, so yes, I'm excited about that.
I'm glad you said you brought up Mr. Benjamin's name, because I'm rocking his cousin's clothing line. Shameless plug. Colossal Life. Rob Ross.
Shout out to his son.
Yup.
Mary Base One doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
He's all up and down the college charts.
Yep.
All up and down.
Slit.
Yep.
Legacy.
Yep. All from right here. And a lot of people, they don't know who we are. They don't know what we're doing. And it's time for us to be loud. I'm ready to be loud.
I mean, you've always been loud.
I have. I have been the one to stand out, you know.
But no, I mean it's kind of like a renaissance and such, right? Everything has its time, everything has its place. You know what I'm saying? Seattle has always had its place, 100%. We've always been ahead of the curve on things such as text, music. You know, just there, right? It's the home of Quincy Jones, right?
Hello,
You know what I'm saying?
Motown.
You could watch a Ray Charles movie and see that Ray Charles in the movie was so important in his life that they had to show that he passed through Seattle to meet the musicians here and play with us, right? You know what I'm saying? Seattle has always been a place, right? And each generation gets their time, right?
Absolutely.
And I think it's the time, you know, watching you come up and go, man, you know, I'm really about to go grab it, right? And not just make it a fly-by-night thing, right?
Right.
Man, I was looking through the pictures of the activation the other day, right? And I was just like, man, this is fire. Big-ass Dream Team promotion joint on, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you guys both have been grinding, right? And I think everybody else has. And we have, see?
Dream Team promotions.
Yeah.
You know, when you wear glasses, a hat, and a mask, you know, it gets
Hey, I'm just
complicated.
I want everybody to hear this. I'm just glad black men can wear a mask and a hood and a hat and not get fucked with.
Nope,
Yeah.
that's a lie. Shiesty mask or band, you know, the one that comes down like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You wear
Oh, they
one.
are?
Yeah.
They're banned, man.
Oh.
You wear one of those, you want to get it back in blood. So, so they were like, in Memphis, they were like,
Hey.
no shiesty mask.
No shiesty mask.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, I learned that, you know, like, here's the thing. The reason why I keep coming back to Seattle, now trust me, I done went to the East Coast, made some money for a couple of years, and then came back.
How do you not silence your phone?
I thought I did.
I
I'm
thought we
sorry.
had a whole meeting.
We did.
Said silence your phone. He didn't get the memo.
Can we cut that? Can we cut that?
No.
Because that's
It's
Doc. So
original. It's original.
I gotta get Doc. She's outside.
It's original.
But
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna answer it.
So,
I'm in the interview right now. We'll come get you in a hot minute.
you have been working on
Well, I didn't know that you were here, so now I know.
a lot
Here I
of
go.
things.
I gotta
I
start.
don't know how we're gonna do this. It's original. I'm not even.
It's like we're on Clubhouse.
Yeah, it's original.
My bad.
Hey, things happen.
Let's just talk to Eric and then let's hear his story.
Oh, his daughter's coming in here, bro.
You're doing too much.
You're doing a lot.
I
Okay.
didn't know that.
In my
So-
place. I'm gonna put out the blunt though.
So you have been working on. We'll probably cut that out. Well, I don't know. I'll figure it out. So you've been working on a lot. You just did a story for what magazine?
Oh, so no, not a story. So I have this campaign against gun violence called the New Love Campaign,
Okay.
where I'm working with different community organizations, Community Passageways, Creative Justice, Seattle Office Arts and Culture. This is a huge thing, but we're also, the biggest highlight is we're working with the Facts.
Okay.
Newspaper,
Love the facts.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Been around forever.
Forever. I mean,
Forever.
it's
Still original.
still original, still in the community, right? Still something we pick up to get the news and the basics of what's happening in our community,
Right.
right?
Right.
You know, what business. There's even events back there. T and the Shane guys had an event last week or so, and that was advertised in the Facts, right? You know what I'm saying? And the legacy that they have created in Seattle. So, the Beloved campaign is kind of a multi-layered campaign, right? But our main focus is changing, shifting the narrative on how we view gun violence, right?
Right.
So, gun violence has been treated as if we're criminals. You know what I'm saying? You get an enhancement on your, you go to jail for investment on it. You know what I'm saying? What they say, 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And if they're really messing with you, they give you a year for every bullet, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when has that ever did anything to help the community, right? To help the family structure, right? You know what I'm saying? What does it do when that person gets out? They are now labeled this, right? You know what I'm saying? And they have to start over and go back and forth, you know, and they have to resort. So instead of treating it as a criminal charge, we're talking about treating it as a public health issue.
Right.
You know, something where we can find an antidote to. Where we look at each germ and factor that goes into it, right? This person's
And the
broke.
history of this person.
Yeah.
You know, where they came from. You know, was this in their history? Like, you know, like you're looking more into it than just looking at a face and what they have on them.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. We want to make sure that it's community based. You know, beloved. We just did an art show where I hung up 1,500 roses.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And also, what's up, DDOXX? I see you in the back, man. You know, when
Appreciate
an
you.
old school legend walks in the building, you gotta throw us some love. And
He maybe did. I don't know.
we will not sit on the bone.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Sit on bongos.
Yeah.
You can't sit on bongos.
But you know, so treating it as a public health issue, you know, where it's like, all right, how do we get people to where they don't have to resort to getting into the streets, right? How do we impact them economically? How do we make sure they have the proper education, the proper routes to actually have an opportunity to do something, right? So that's the Beloved campaign, the newspaper we're talking about, and also with the facts, man.
So Beloved is a campaign, and that was in the facts.
No, we're actually uplifting the facts.
Oh,
So,
okay.
It's a conjunction.
Yeah, so the partners are the Facts, Converge Media, Creative Justice, Forever Safe Spaces, which is where we're at now, right? Which is a conglomerate of The Study, Liminal Studios, Blue Cone Studios, Vermilion, Throwback. So, you know, it's a huge thing, right?
Right.
So, who else in there? Black Coffee Northwest, Presidential Media.
Oh, you can't forget
Yeah,
presidential
come on,
media.
man, Fred.
Shout to the ghetto press.
You know,
Get those.
it's a community project, right? And everybody's invited. You know what I'm saying? I can go on and on about it, but you know, just go check that out at belovedkingcounty.com.
BelovedKingCounty.com.
I was at that art show. It was very moving.
Oh yeah, so the 1,500 roses.
Yeah.
1,405 of those roses represented a shot fired incident in King County,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
Not like King County, Kent, Federal Way, no,
Right.
just Seattle, right?
Wow.
The 88 red roses in the middle represented the 88 people that passed, right? The 380 something roses represented the people that were injured but lived to tell another day about it, right? And the idea behind the gallery was, what if every shot fired incident happened to be a positive interaction? You know what I'm saying? Between two people, giving somebody a flower. You know what I'm saying? You know, what if you could reimagine the situation, you could reimagine the solution, right? And that's so art gallery, you know. So we took some dope pictures. You wore your grill, it was fire. I got it.
I need to get mine. One day I will. I mean, that's amazing. That is a big project. It's huge. I'm excited. What are you working on next? What are you working on right now? I didn't hear what you said.
I did.
No, I know you did.
Oh man,
I
so
said
many
mixtape.
years. Yeah.
Oh.
So I have projects on projects on projects, right?
I know you do. You always have. You ain't never stopped. You always kept going. You've always kept going as long as I've known you.
Appreciate that. But it's a little 90s mixtape. Just taking all the old school
I
beats.
love
I
90s.
rap.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He said,
sometimes.
I rap.
Sometimes
I rap sometimes. Not always, but I do.
Sometimes.
This project's gonna be dope.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And of course, you're working on it too with
Man,
them.
man, look, it's been. I'm pretty sure if you go into your files, you got some stuff that were recorded off of Eagle. There's a whole mixtape on it a couple years ago.
Oh my God! Wow, throwback. Throwback.
Life, man. You just
Life of
dump it,
balls.
you do it, you dump it, and you go.
Here's the thing that I love about Seattle is that the sound is different. It's like in Charlotte the sound is different. In New Orleans the sound is different. But Seattle got its own little vibe, right?
Right.
But then you got these rappers out here that are filthy and spit bars.
Yeah.
Now Eric, I've always been at Eric's heels about doing a mixtape.
You still ain't heard your way around.
Nah, man, I apologize, yo. I apologize.
Empty apology. There's no way you got it.
And I got the smartwatch, so I don't even need to see.
Exactly. See, look. You just
So
gotta,
you get the
look. It vibrates your whole hand.
That's right.
Book thrown at you. Like career criminal. Ow.
Block is hot right now, man. But I've always been on his heels about doing a mixtape, and we were just rapping the other day, and he was like, "Yo, I got this idea, this '90s mixtape," and I was like, "Come with it, bro. I got some beats."
Just as long as I know you, though, you've always spit, right? I'm not, yeah.
Yeah.
So you haven't done any other mixtapes or anything?
I dropped the music video once.
Okay, but that's it. But you
Wait,
got
let's
all
talk about
these,
that.
You got all these words. You got all these words. You know, and you just now doing the. It's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fun. I
Good.
try to find fun versus everything else, man. You gotta find peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Word.
The
Absolutely.
money's gonna come. We all know how to get money.
Facts.
Seen a lot of money be touched through these hands here, right?
Facts.
You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know how to get it. It's learning how to manage it, and then what are you managing it for, right? You know, you have it, cool. I'm gonna go either buy a car that I'm gonna sit in a garage that I might not even drive because I live in the city, right?
Right.
Or I'm gonna go have some fun and create an experience that I can have for the rest of my life, right? You know what I'm saying? So me dropping a mixtape with this guy, right, is literally because he's not only one of my like favorite people on earth, right? We've been through many things together, right? And some really random stuff.
Yeah.
That we won't be talking about, you know.
Nah, not
Those
no
memories,
Yeah.
though, those memories.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever stopped me from accomplishing the shit that I wanted to do before, right? What's stopping me today, right? And it doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I need to go buy a house. I didn't do it before, right? Man, my guy's sitting here living, right? And breathing and doing well. I'm doing well, right? You know what I'm saying? How about we come together and be well together, right?
Greatness.
And then whatever happens after that happens after that.
Man.
I know at least 5 people will listen to it. So
Yo, those 5 spins matter though.
matter.
They
And
really
they
do.
gonna play it on repeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the one time I drive up and I'm just listening to Kenny G or something, and I roll down the window and it's, man, Brooklyn, Seattle. That's fire. I know what that is.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
We're
I'm
gonna have
glad
fun
to
with this.
I'm really excited and glad to see that you guys are active in the community. You're active. I don't think we know that, you know, I don't think you said DJ. We
yeah.
ain't really
we
talked
did.
about, you know, DJ
Yeah.
Sleepy over here.
I've been DJing since '93 was the first time I put the needle on the record.
93.
And
Wait, what was the first record you smoked?
the very first one at a club, or your very first DJ as a DJ, what was your first song?
I played reggae music because my people are from the islands, right?
Yeah.
And I got an uncle, he's got a vast Bob Marley original press records, you know? So it was reggae, that was the first thing I split. But then I went off living in New York, and that time, the 90s,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Life was so
Wow.
much different,
Wow.
you know? Kids used to wear K-Swiss.
Reeboks.
You know, right in the body.
I just imagine you go, pump it up.
Hey, man. That was the joint, bro.
Man.
If you, Docs, if you had to play some music in the 90s, 93, what would you play? What would you start with?
Man, wow.
Are we making you think over that?
Yeah.
Lee rubbing his eyes.
He wasn't ready for that.
I'm just listening to y'all, man. 93? Wow. Ooh. I'll probably put on some big.
Some big, yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Most
Red
definitely.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Some Wu-Tang, something like that. Yeah, that was me back then,
But see, that was an era that I grew up in, right?
Yeah.
We're hip
But I
hop.
mean, yeah, but even going before that, there'd been Run, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was
LL,
LL, Public Enemy,
Cool G
Tribe,
Rap.
you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I say Cool G Rap.
Weird. You
Oh,
know.
yeah. It's a shame, man. Come on, man. I was.
Catch him, man. We're dropping gems on you. We're dropping gems on you. Yeah, we gotta get Docs in here, man. How we gonna do that?
I don't know.
I'm fat.
Man, I'll swap out real quick.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go over here. So while I got
So
your
now we got
attention,
two DJs.
Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you.
Right. Oh, oh, you don't want to sit by me? No, I'm playing.
Sit by you. You wanna
I'm
come,
joking.
baby?
I'm
You wanna come?
I'm joking.
You wanna come? So,
How you doing? It's good to see you.
It's good to
It's
see you.
good to see you.
Ah, good to see y'all. Ah, man.
So we got two long-time DJs in the building. Boy.
Yeah.
my man D-Dox.
Oh, man.
Y'all got the floor.
This is what? History.
Yeah.
What year?
Bro, I said he brought up Knock on Wood.
Wow.
Hey, man, remember, I'm way younger than you.
Bruh!
Man.
All right, I see y'all were really chipping in here.
Yo, bro, he
Nah,
brought
man.
up that. I was like, oh shit.
I mean, I was on the phone with my cousin before I walked in, and he said, man, what you going downtown for? I was like, I'm going down to support my man, you know what I'm saying? He got an interview today. I was like, I said, he's, you know, been around and been there for me for many, many moons. So I said, when I stopped playing back in, what, 05?
That was on fire.
It was 05, and he was with me, you know what I'm saying? All the promotional contracts and everything that we had, and we were doing what we had, Royal Blunts, we had
Royal-
Cedric Castillo.
Cedric and she, we could talk about that for days.
Yeah, well, I
That's
mean,
hip-hop.
we had, that's when I brought out Grandmaster Cass for that, and that's
For his birthday, that shit was banging.
when, that was after the whole Larry's thing, but we're not even gonna go over
We're not going in?
We're
Well,
not
well,
going
Larry's.
into that story.
Come on, John.
But no, one of the hottest historical nightclubs that, I mean, within the mixture of what, DBA, you know what I'm saying, all the legendary, you know, all the classics.
Volume.
But but you know, we moved into Mantra, and you know, my birthday was the, you know, Montrose right across from the catwalk.
We
Legendary.
opened up that spot.
With one of the founding forefathers of hip hop, and that's Grandmaster Caz. And shout out to Grandmaster Caz. You know, he's loved out here. You know what I'm saying? So
Big homie.
man, I mean, really, came out and gave us what hip hop is all about when he came out. So it was humbling for us, especially my man, he from New York. You know what I'm saying?
He brought the big homie from the Bronx out here. Son.
Wow.
We got a picture.
I still got that picture.
I got that picture too. It's in my phone right now.
So that's what I had, the little apartment right behind Larry's in the OK Hotel, right behind.
That spot is still there, bruh.
So man, my man Russell, man, we good people, man. And that's one thing a lot of people don't value is good people.
Yeah.
And as much as we're losing people, you know what I'm saying, it's time to celebrate good people and be around good people and keep good people, you know what I'm saying? Not only, through my struggles and health and everything. My man Porter Rob, Russell, Money Major, Vintage, my cousin Rob, Rob Ross, Mr. Network, Theo, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
that's what it is.
There's a
It's-
list,
The funny thing about being out here is that if you're in the industry, whatever you do, whether you're standing on a street corner handing out a flyer, or you in the club turning shit up, or you got a fucking popping product or clothing line or whatever, we pop through all of that shit. And the great thing about it is that it's good to be, like I was saying this the other day to my wife, I was like, man, do you know how good it feels to wake up and be able to put on clothes that are made by your people?
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
Fresh out the Northwest.
Shout
Shout
out
out
Peg.
DJ Peg.
He's hella fresh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hella fresh.
Oh.
You got Colossal Life on.
Well, today I'm rocking billion dollar boy, but you know what I'm saying. MJ, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, but no.
Shout to P. Shoto, my sponsor.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my man Bookie Browder, voice of Seattle. Yeah, he got his line out. And it's a number of clothing lines that from the town that has even through my career that I wore through shows and club nights and has pushed out to different other celebrity lights that I know that you know what I'm saying. And still
The support is there.
they're still doing it and they're coming out with fresher and fresher. You know what I'm saying? So I mean. Me being from Columbia, South Carolina, Seattle is definitely my home, but you know what I'm saying? It's like the move and the innovative and everything else for us hip hop clothing.
Everything different.
It's just different.
It is.
And it's from a love perspective.
So before you got here, Eric said some real shit. Not that you don't say real shit every day, but he said it's like a renaissance. You know what I'm saying? And that rang a bell to me because I got a degree in English secondary ed, and some of the best literature, black literature I read came from the Harlem Renaissance. And I feel that vibe from a lot of the folks that I fuck with out here. Motherfuckers is dope. For real.
Man.
For real. I mean, and it's not cats like Macklemore. I did say that, but oh well.
Nah, but you got Black Stacks, you got.
Hello.
We have a lot.
You have a lot. You have
We got a lot
Mr.
of.
Benjamin. You know what I'm saying?
We talked
And
about
then
that.
Benjamin has gone from being, an MC and doing his thing to now pushing. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting constantly through my group on Facebook, constant. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be a part of the showcase on the 30th.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got Papa Black. You got
Yeah.
even the young cats. You know what I'm saying? You got Tay Zudit. You got a lot of these. You know what I'm saying? From the old to the new, that Seattle music and hip hop.
And when you're able to change your music with the culture, with the time, you know what I mean? Because there are some artists who who, you know, they just stay the same and don't really do anything. But
Walker, Mees just dropped that.
all of them,
It just keep
I love
it
it.
just keep going. So it's like,
Shout out to Walker Montana. That's a
you know,
Hey man, he
Yeah,
on his
Bush.
run.
Who?
Walker.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill.
yeah.
Yeah, boy. Woo.
And
The cat's got bars, man.
you know what I'm saying? And I've had even, you know, they brought up knock on wood or whatever, the opportunities that I've had to work with, you know, working under Daddy for Stetson Sonic, learning more about music and then learning that, getting that ear to tell these young men that's doing this music thing that go back to the drawing board. That's tight. That's good. This is what you need to do over here. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I feel that, you know, that's, as a DJ, that's my job. That's, you know, our job. You know, if we're not gonna play it,
How you gonna hear it?
you know what I'm saying? And if you bring it to us to play, you gotta get it to us. And that's my thing. They go, oh, dude, you know, it's so hard. You hard. It's hard for a reason. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You're not gonna go sit in Puffy's office, Russell Simmons' office, or any of these high record exec office because they're gonna laugh you about it. I've been in there. They're gonna laugh you out of their office. So I'm coming from that standpoint and knowing that, hey man, you gotta have somebody that's gonna make these people do this the entire time.
Right.
And then if you're bringing me to play in the club, I can't play your music in the club for one thing if you haven't got it to me. Then another thing, if it's not making me do this. So if I put it on and I got 200 people on the dance floor and they spread
Which is
like
a job.
they part like the Red Sea.
I can't play that.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're not out here in the street doing your campaign thing to let them know you got something and they doing this in their car before they come into the club, then when I put your record on in the club, they're like, oh, that's such and such from the town.
You gotta be out there. You have to push yourself, okay? Because the people, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm tired of hearing this." And, okay, well, let me find out what they're talking about.
Right.
Because you can't help but to hear about them and who they are, and you just keep hearing and hearing and hearing. So eventually, you're gonna be like, "Okay, well, let me see what they're talking about."
And that's where we as in DJs, we come the most important. Well, hip hop started with the DJs. So when they don't know their culture, they don't know the culture of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And they don't understand. Not hating on the radio stations, but the radio stations here ain't playing your music. So the first ones who's playing it was us. You know what I'm saying? The club, the street DJs, the real. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, give me something. Yeah, I'm not just.
Don't be scared.
Keep it
I'm not
real.
on the radio stations here, but I'm on 8, 9, 10 different radio stations out of here. So
Big facts.
your song is played in Alabama on 420 Parental Advisory, or on another radio station in another city. You know what I'm saying? But if you got your paperwork and you're publishing everything together, that royalty check is coming in because your music is playing on other stations. So you know what I'm saying? It's a lot to it.
I want to talk about how important it is to go outside of just your region. You know.
Oh, you can't be local. You
Well, a
know,
lot of
it's
You be just like Juice. You just a local DJ.
yeah. You can't. Nah. The great thing about being a DJ is that you're able to do what you do. It's like slices of your mind of music, right? And you're able to do what you do and play it, and people can rock to it. Just like Docs was saying, if your shit don't make you wanna, get that stank face. Yeah.
I'm still
That
playing. I'm
goes.
still playing. I Love My Life by Black Stacks. I'm still playing it. I picked that
That's
joint.
better.
I picked that joint when they first. I told them, I said, this right here is a timeless classic. Next thing I know, it's playing in Foot Locker, and they talk still.
Shout out to James, shout out to Alicia.
Yeah, still. So it's a lot of Seattle music that I still have in my crates that I still play and bump to this day. Still put it in some of my mixes and my mix shows and that classics.
I'm very, very honored to sit here and be having a conversation with both of you right
Oh,
now.
this man,
You
this
know,
man, we done fought.
Well, I see. Well,
So right here, this for me,
Yeah.
I
Nah, that's
feel
family right there.
that, you know what I'm saying, this is, Man, this is like when you learn how to make Kool-Aid right. Some people don't know how to make Kool-Aid right.
We don't thought about
And
Kool-Aid.
then you get it right every time.
And the thing about it is, it was all about love.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and the thing about it, he's older than I am.
Really? No way. I thought you was older. So,
No, he just worried too
I'm just an
much.
old soul.
oh, yeah.
I'm an old soul.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he's older than I am.
Oh.
But we've had some.
We've had our ups, we've had our downs, man, but we always,
Those fighters brothers, you know what I'm saying? It's
we
like
always
this,
balance out.
you know what I'm saying? That's
my man, 50 grand.
you can't say that if you ain't fought.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, regardless if it's knuckle up or it's just verbal conversation.
So, what does it cost to have a DJ come
Oh,
play at an
wow, the
event?
price just went
I mean,
up.
let's talk about it, okay? Because
The price just went
you know,
up.
'cause people don't
Hey, you see me
know.
right now, right?
Because inquiry minds need to know what it really costs to have a great DJ play at your event, play at the club, or whatever. Like, you know,
You want me to answer that?
yeah, let's run it.
Cost is to respect the DJ first. Hello.
Say that. Say that.
It's a business also. See that little girl over there?
Yes, ma'am.
That's my last baby. She's 10.
Mm.
I don't do it. I've done it. It ain't about me no more. So every time I step out of the house with equipment and doing all that, that goes to her.
You got to come
So,
along too.
What a lot of promoters or club owners don't understand, for my legacy or my legendary status that I've worked hard for, I've earned that. Pay me what I'm worth.
Everybody got a price, right? But, you know, time is money.
Yesterday's
Bullshit.
price is not today's price.
Right.
You know what I'm
Price
saying?
just went up again.
Especially when I'm coming to your venue and you want me to bring speakers. You ain't got speakers. You know what I'm saying? You know, all the logistics goes in there, you know what I'm saying?
People think, here's the funny thing. People think that getting dressed up, well, let's be real. Taking a shower and getting dressed up.
Combing your beard.
Right. Going out to a club and having a good time on a weekend is cool, right? Well, all that shit is business for us.
Yeah.
You feel me? As soon as you walk through that door, I gotta be able to do my job. And my job is to make you happy. Play some old school shit, or play some shit that you haven't heard, or, you know, some artists you haven't heard. And that, I gotta keep your attention, right? Because people get bored real quick. But that's what we do for 5 hours.
Especially when
Right.
they come to the club and they think, let's do this.
Right. Right.
Back when we were DJing, when you came to the club, they weren't doing this.
Right. We didn't even have phone. We had
They weren't-
pagers,
they weren't
and
doing
you
this.
know what I'm
They
saying?
They had
Right.
two-way pages.
Right. Right.
No, we had.
Boost Mobile.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man. And people actually had an ear, you know, and listened. Man. Y'all,
That's
what y'all
crazy.
do ain't easy.
It's not.
And then they want to come up and do you like this.
Can you play this song for me? Can you?
No, no.
Okay, I learned.
Man,
No
don't get
way.
that shit about my face.
No way. Just show you what they want you to play.
Hey, people are reckless. People are reckless. They don't
Super
understand. They don't understand, man. They tap you on your shoulder.
You got headphones on, you got a monitor in your ear,
Right.
you're focused on doing your job. Then they
Can
want to
you
come
play?
up.
I
Stop.
probably.
nigga.
Well, I'm sure once in my life I have been that person, not knowing, you know.
Then they wonder why you say no. Then they get to the club so late.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Well,
the
you
cut
already
that they may
played
be
the song.
asking for,
But I played that earlier.
but I've already played that.
Yeah.
But you big. I've charged $100. I've charged a person
$100 to
$100.
play a song. Say that. I paid.
Hey, you
Hey,
want me?
man,
You want me to
tip
interrupt
jar
my
right
set?
there, kid.
You want me to interrupt my set to play this song that I know is gonna clear the dance floor.
Yeah, I got cash yet.
No, I'll tell you cash.
Hey, well, Cash
And
App
this was a
you.
couple of weeks ago. No. I told the promoter, I said, he's gonna pay me $100. He talking about, why? I said, because nobody knows that song, and it's gonna clear the dance floor. He said, you're lying. I said, watch this. So give me the $100. Put it in my pocket, played the song.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Did he get on the dance floor?
No.
I mean, if the dance floor clears and I paid $100 for my song,
I'm
gonna
on
be
the
out there
dance
looking
floor.
like Napoleon Dynamite.
Hey, let's go back to Goody Mob. They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more. Yeah. So, you know, it's a hard job for us up there. Then when they act like they can't, I say, you want a DJ? Here you go.
Go ahead.
See how
Let
easy
me
it
see
is.
what you can do.
Let me see you navigate these turntables, this mixer, this laptop, and everything else, and then let me do what you're doing to me.
So if y'all can give future DJs who are working on being as great as y'all, give them some advice.
Exposure.
Exposure. But also learn from the old heads who've been doing it and still doing
Yeah.
Always ask somebody, because there's always somebody that's greater than you. You know what I'm saying? There'll always be that one person that might do something a little bit better than you. But at that same time, do not allow that to keep you at a certain level. Because I swear for God, man, if I didn't take the jumps and leaps, I would not be in the position where I am right now.
it. And he has. I'm bad. I still call my OGs to this day. I still call God. I still call
Uncle Guy, shout out to Uncle Guy.
you know what I'm saying? DJs that I know that spin better than me. I still call them. I call Puerto Rock to this day. I call MC if I know something. And who else? Romy. If I need to know something that in the area of music that I know I don't rock, in this top spin, I'll call top spin. I'll call Funk Daddy. I'll call Rockefeller. You know what I'm
I
saying?
call Peg,
Hey,
RC.
or yeah, I'll call. Hey, bro, I don't.
Yeah.
What?
How do I do this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I have to give them homage for one thing because those DJs were here before I got here. And then some of them, like Rockefeller, his specialty is West Coast. I didn't fall in love with West Coast music until I was DJing with Rockefeller.
Shout out to Rod.
I didn't fall in love with neo soul and all until Top Spin.
Indiana Jones, he's
Indiana.
filthy.
You know what I'm saying?
He is filthy.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, going to my man Puerto Rock, you know what I'm saying? Wide ear of a range of music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, reggae, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my brother Cutfall. You know what I'm saying? Redman. Yeah, the list goes on and on. Jimmy Jam, Greg G. You know what I'm saying? All the DJs, you know what I'm saying? From all the way up and down I-5. From Tacoma all the way to Seattle. My man Razor, my man Mo, you know, all of them. If it weren't for none of these DJs
Shout to Savvy.
Man,
Savvy.
man. I would not have be the person that I am today if it weren't for me paying attention. I was a bully. I ain't gonna lie, I was a bully because I was hungry, and a lot of them didn't really understand the hunger. You know what I'm saying? I come in, get on the mic, push the DJ off the turntable. I didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Because why? I was
I
hungry.
seen him do it.
I was hungry, and you know what I'm saying. When somebody's hungry and they want it, I'm a Bobby O.
You're gonna invest in yourself as well. When you're hungry and you want something, you're gonna do whatever it is that you need to do to get to where you need
It's
to
a
be.
hustle.
Still to this day.
Absolutely.
If I come into it, and that's the reason why I really don't go to a lot of nightclubs now because I hate being bothered when I'm in. I want to come and enjoy whoever the DJ is, but when I come in, he'd actually DJ. No, please.
It's been a minute too.
No, I came to enjoy whoever that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I don't want your spotlight. I am It's my government name. And I don't give that out.
He said normally.
You know that.
Normally I don't tell people that.
Yeah.
Well, we're in our last 10 minutes, so y'all want to give your shout outs, your socials, how people can book you, how they can get a hold of you, all the stuff.
Yeah, man. I also sell ad space. Me and Rob Ross sell ad space for Vibrant Magazine, so you can get at us. Colossal Life. I'm CEO and founder of Dream Team Promotions. I'm on Mixcloud. I'm on SoundCloud. What else am I on?
Mixing DJs. What else?
Oh yeah, Mixcloud DJs.
You older than you.
Do little radio shows. He got more shit going on than I do. They be at his heels. He got way more shit now. What else am I doing? I did a commercial for. I sent that to you, right?
Yes, for
the
the
COVID
comic
shuffle.
show.
The COVID show. Wow.
I did a beat. It's called Get Up. The African American History Museum paid me to do that shit. Like St. Hughes. Shout to Twanda Hill, my auntie, Twanda Hill and Associates. And that was good bread. But what else? I think that's about it, man. I'm not on
You have an
Facebook.
email? I know you ain't on Facebook. How? I mean,
You can get at me at
Dream Team. Okay.
Dream Team Promo 718 at yahoo.com. I'm not giving you my personal phone number because I don't like to talk to people.
Yeah, 'cause he hit me up on Snapchat.
He be getting mad at me all the time. He be like, "Oh my God, Monae,
Man,
can't wait
what?
till this interview's over."
What? Oh my God.
I used to, on some arrogant when I used to tell people just Google me, you'll find me. But
Pretty soon you'll be able to Google me.
DJ DDOXX, you know what I'm saying? Almost every platform. World famous DJ DDOXX. Mix Game, DJs, Next Level, DJ Coalition, also X Squad DJs, Music Dose, 420 Parental Advisory, The Beast Radio,
See?
3178. Yeah, I'm on.
The world famous DJ DDOXX, okay? You know what the name speaks for itself.
You can catch me at This Is Not My Government Name, but Clint Davis on Facebook. It's not.
This is not my government.
It's not my government name. It's not.
Okay.
not. But that's hella
You trying
funny.
to convince us.
That's hella funny that he even said it like that.
I know, right?
And he keeps saying it. You know
I
what I mean?
know.
Omega Mobile DJs, Stop Playing Promotions, DJ DDOXX, or the world famous DJ DDOXX. You can find me anywhere.
Yeah, just look for me, man. I'm DJ Sleepy 718 on all platforms. For real.
I appreciate you guys. Like I always leave and take so much from each interview that I have.
Right on. I appreciate you having us.
It needs to be, I'm going to tell you just like that. It needs to be a DJ weekend where you interview all the DJs in the town.
And there are a lot.
We can do that. We can
Ooh,
do that.
that's a great idea.
If y'all, because y'all know the DJs, I don't know everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, all
Well,
of them.
I know all them.
I know you do.
Okay, well maybe I do know all the DJs.
You want us to do
I'll
your
give
job?
them
Right.
You want us to do your job?
Okay, all right.
We
all
talking
right.
about-
You're Monae Media.
Okay. Oh, don't call me. Okay, look. That's a great idea. That's a great
That
idea.
is a great idea. I told you we'd be dropping gems all day. But yeah, man, peace, man. Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you. You're watching Monae Media on YouTube.